Hey there, ghost hunters! Are you ready to embark on a journey into the unknown? The Fear Factory here, ready to guide you into the spooky, mysterious world of the Ouija board. This isn't just any ordinary board game, it's a gateway to the supernatural. You know, the one, that heart-stopping piece of wood that lets you chat with spirits. It's been around for over a century, intriguing and terrifying people alike. Think of it like texting, but instead of your bestie, it's Great Aunt Mildred from beyond the grave. Imagine the stories she could tell. Now, I've seen my fair share of haunted houses and creepy basements, and let me tell you, the Ouija board is no joke. It's not just a game, it's a serious tool for communicating with the other side. It's a portal, a direct line to the other side. When you place your hands on the planchette, you're opening a door to the spirit world. But don't worry, with my expert advice, you'll be talking to ghosts like a pro in no time. Just remember, safety first. Always be respectful and cautious. We don't want any unwanted guests sticking around after the seance. Always close the session properly to ensure no spirits linger. We'll get to all that later. There's so much to learn and experience. For now, let's dive into the history of this spooky talking board. From its mysterious origins to its rise in popularity, the Ouija board has a fascinating story to tell. The Ouija board, believe it or not, wasn't always associated with spooky basements and flickering candles. It actually started as a harmless parlor game in the late 1800s. Imagine folks gathered around sipping tea and asking the board about their love lives. But things took a turn when a clever businessman named Elijah Bond patented the design. He claimed the name Ouija came from the board itself, meaning good luck in Egyptian. Turns out he might have made that part up. Regardless, the Ouija board became a phenomenon, especially during World War I, when people were desperate to connect with loved ones lost in the trenches. All right, Ghostbusters in training, let's gather your supplies. This is where the magic begins, so pay close attention. First things first, you'll need the star of the show, the Ouija board itself. This mystical tool is your gateway to the spirit world. You can find these online or in specialty stores. They come in all shapes and sizes, so pick one that speaks to you. Don't worry about getting a fancy antique one. The spirits don't discriminate. A simple modern board works just as well. Next, you'll need a planchette, that little heart-shaped pointer that glides across the board. This is your communication tool. Think of it as the spirit's penmanship tool. It's how they spell out their messages to you. And for ambiance, candles, of course. They set the mood and help create an eerie, mystical atmosphere. Just make sure they're safely secured. We don't want any accidental house fires. Safety first, even in the spirit world. Finally, and most importantly, you'll need an open mind and a sense of adventure. Be ready for anything because you never know what might happen. Oh, and maybe a spare pair of underwear, just in case things get a little too real. Better to be prepared for any surprises. Section 4, let's talk to ghosts. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, contacting the spirits. This is where things get really interesting. First, find a quiet spot, preferably not your grandma's haunted attic. A cozy, familiar room works best. We're aiming for communication, not a full-blown haunting, so keep the atmosphere light and fun. Next, dim the lights, light those candles, and gather your friends. The more the merrier, right? The ambiance is key. Place your fingertips lightly on the planchette and focus your energy. It's all about the collective vibe. Ask a question, something simple like, "Is anyone there?" Now be patient. The spirits need time to respond. The planchette might move slowly at first or not at all. Don't force it. Let the energy flow naturally. Just relax, keep your minds open, and wait for a response. Sometimes the best things come to those who wait. You never know who or what might be trying to reach out. Stay open-minded and respectful, and you might just make contact. Section 5, Ouija, not just for Halloween anymore. So, you've had your first taste of the Ouija board, maybe you got some chills, maybe a few laughs, but one thing's for sure, it's an experience you won't soon forget. And the best part, it doesn't have to be a one-time thing. Think of the Ouija board as a gateway to endless possibilities. Want to know what your pet really thinks of you? Ask the board. Curious about the history of your creepy old apartment building? The spirits might have some stories to tell. Just remember, always be respectful and never take it too seriously. After all, it's just a game, right? Section 6. Until next time, ghost hunters, Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Remember, the Ouija board is a powerful tool, so use it wisely and maybe with a healthy dose of skepticism. And if you do happen to contact Great Aunt Mildred, tell her the Fear Factory says hi, stay spooky, and I'll see you on the next ghost hunt.